and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Midpen Media Center proudly brings to you its fine tag team commentating group of the world. Your man, Judge Cantrell, the man, Nate Martin.
Hello, folks.
He's Lev Miller. We're here. It's a sunny, hot, beautiful day in East Palo Alto, California, my home, my city. Good to see you. I love you. We're about to get kicked off with this Mastodons football on a fantastic Saturday afternoon. I'm excited. We're excited. And you can only find it here on the Media Center, Midpen. That's right. Thank you for joining us, boys and girls. I'm Judge Cantrell. We've got a great game for you today, all right? The Mastodons here. This is their second game of the year, I believe. Our second game of the year as well. If you saw our first game, it was Pally and Overfelt. Pally dominated last week.
First Mastodons game. We love covering the Mastodons here in EPA.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited just because I'm so close to home and I see a lot of familiar faces as the ball is kicked off to the Mastodons opposing team.
The DC Stars, I believe.
That is the DC Stars. You are correct about that. And so they'll be tackled down, and they're going to get this kicked off. The DC Stars will have the ball first. This is the JV team, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be a great game. Nate Martin, you know, we cover the Mastodons a lot, and we do a lot with the Mastodons. These games normally seem to be close and seem to be called pretty close. So what do the Mastodons need to do to keep this game close? Because the DC Stars are one of their biggest rivals, their toughest challenges of the year.
Well, it all starts at the line of scrimmage. I think they just have to have solids blocking, give their quarterback and running back some time to get some plays down the field. And if they do that, I think Mastodons have a great chance of winning this game.
Now, Lev Miller, you were here with me a lot of the times we called the Mastodons games. They're always close. And the DC Stars are one of the teams that the Mastodons always have to be a little bit tougher and a little bit more aggressive with. What do the DC Stars have to do to try and pull away with the win today?
Well, they can't let this crowd for the Mastodons and being away from their home field, they can't let that get to them. They have to stay strong. And I think they had a very good start with the kickoff return. Number 2 had a very good run there.
Pass, the bubble screen, fumble, drop. So I think that's going to be an incomplete pass, actually. He had it for a while, then came out of his hand.
Well, to talk about how you were talking about, like, amazing games that we've seen here, Mastodons game. Last year, it came down to the final second. There's a touchdown scored in the final second. It was crazy.
And these parents here in EPA for the Mastodons always bring the energy for their children, and it's always quite a fun environment. This is my first time commentating, but I've seen the video on a Mastodons game. But I've seen the videos, and they're always high energy, and I love it.
Oh, yeah, I can tell you that from experience, 9 years living in EPA, boys, and there's nothing like being at home for a Mastodons game. The crowd is always so energetic. The community here is great. We're going to have a good time tonight, guys. Number 5, the quarterback's going to take it, looking for the first down. He gets it, and a little bit more, still on his feet. The Mastodons finally bring him down, probably almost about 5 yards after the first down. Definitely going to have to stop that quarterback there and stop those big games.
Yeah, can't have those defensive ball. Can't have your defense falling apart.
Absolutely. So the DC Stars are going to get set up. Fresh set of downs here. It's going to be first down, getting closer to the goal. 8:27 on the clock here in the first quarter. It's a beautiful day. The Mastodons ball snap.
That's the second time he's fumbled the snap.
Yeah.
They gotta be ready for when he calls hut, you know.
Absolutely. It's going to be pretty interesting. It's pretty hot today, guys. It's been pretty hot actually all week. Yesterday,
it's the middle of September, for crying out loud. It shouldn't be this hot. It
That's
should be
very
96
true.
degrees.
Yesterday was like, all right, summer isn't yet over. 95.
Yeah. The high is supposed to be in the low 80s right now. It feels like about 75-ish. But as this game progresses, that's very true. As the game progresses, it's definitely going to be a lot harder for both teams to make plays in this scorching heat. We'll see how that affects them. Ball snap. Number 1 going to run the ball. He's going to go up the middle. And is tackled after a gain about 5 or 6.
DC Stars really favoring using all the different players in the running attack, as they've been doing very well if they're not fumbling the ball, you know?
Yeah. So Mastodon's definitely going to have to do something here. And you see, this is the younger team of the Mastodons.
I believe.
Yeah.
U8.
So we're definitely going to see what this team has to offer as they progress on this team and eventually make their way up to JV and varsity. The ball's again handed off, I think, and he'll be brought down after gain about 3 or 4.
And none of these runs are going for very long. They're not like breakout 10, 20-yard runs, but they're just solid 5-yard runs, pounding the ball, just looking like a retro Stanford, you know?
So now it is 4th down and short for the DC Stars. Chains haven't moved. Ref hasn't called for a first down. It's going to be close. But let's see what the DC Stars do. They look stacked up in the backfield. Gonna run forward with it, and he'll be brought down early. And
Once again, the snap issues just coming back to bite them as they only.
and here's a late flag coming in.
Oh.
Yeah, there's definitely the quarterback showing frustration, slamming the ball on the ground. That's just an anger problem there. You cannot show your anger.
Might have been a late hit. I don't know.
I think that was gonna be called unsportsmanlike conduct. I think Lev was right about it. I think the quarterback got a little heated there.
He definitely spiked the ball on the ground.
Oh yeah, definitely. So it's gonna be first down, and I think it'll be first down in favor of the Mastodons now. Mastodons in the huddle, getting ready for the play. The DC Stars defense will get a first look at them today. If you were here at the game and you're watching this broadcast, well, then you know that the previous game, the smallest age group of both the DC Stars and the Mastodons played, and it was a pretty interesting game. It was close-ish, but the DC Stars did pull away with it, got a 12-point win over the Mastodons, so that's going to be good for them. Now the Mastodons, next age group, looking to even the score up against the DC Stars. We still got a lot of more games to play. JV and varsity both have to play. We're bringing you this game, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting.
And it's always exciting to commentate on some of the younger kids in their games, you know? They just provide some certain energy and fun spirit to the games that I always love.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you, especially in a setting like this. You know, it's just like playing backyard football with the family or the friends, you know?
Thanksgiving dinner, baby.
Yeah, there it is. So the Mastodons line up, ready to call the first play of the game.
And like Thanksgiving dinner, I expect to see a bunch of trick plays this game. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some laterals or sending a receiver in motion for a handoff right there.
Yeah, let's take Mastodon line up. Number 35, the snap. Almost dropped, bobbled, ball's out, and it'll be recovered by the Mastodons. It'll stay with the Mastodons, and it looks like it's not just the DC.
It's going to DC.
Yeah,
it's actually going to DC. DC picks up the snap fumble, so it looks like it's not just the DC Stars that are having trouble with the snaps here today.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be just the heat getting into these kids' heads, but they need to make sure they get the ball. I mean, that's some of the fundamentals of the game.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to be a problem. That's definitely going to be a factor in the game. You have to stay hydrated.
If this continues happening, it's going to be a long day for these kids.
Yeah, absolutely. The score is still 0-0. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter. East Palo Alto, California. Beautiful, sunny day in California on September 14th. So the DC Stars, again, lined up, stacked heavily in the backfield. Number 1 looking for the snap. Gets it clean this time. Finds a hole. And he'll gain about 4 yards on that play for a 2nd and 6. DC Stars.
We've seen them lining up in this formation multiple times, you know, stacking the line and just going right up the middle.
Now. Still on his feet. 21, continuing to move. He'll be brought down.
I did say that the Mastodons will have to win this game with their block in the line of scrimmage in the trenches. And so far, DC Stars looks to be dominating that battle. They've been moving forward progressively. Now on the first down, breathing down on the Mastodons end zone.
Yeah.
I think Mastodons need to step up in the trenches and get the pressure to the running backs.
Absolutely. The Stars, again, almost fumbled on that snap. Again, wheel route looking. The Dons will tackle him.
What did I tell you? Trick plays. I knew we were going to see them.
Yeah.
We sent the receiver in motion, gave him the handoff.
Yeah,
what to
absolutely.
expect.
We've seen a lot of quarterback runs and
Mhm.
handoffs. Number 2.
It's looking like some. It's reminding me of some of the great. It's reminding me of Baltimore Ravens right now. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
Lamar Jackson says he's. People calling him a running back, but they proved him all wrong. But he proved them all wrong last Sunday
Oh,
against
yeah.
the Ravens.
Oh,
Against
yeah,
the
yeah.
Dolphins, I mean.
Definitely. That was a pretty interesting play there. It was sort of a wheel route like formation there by the DC Stars. Will we see more of that in the game left?
Yeah, I think we will. We've already seen plenty of it so far. I don't know why they would stop.
Snaps
And
again.
it's working
Looking
for
for a throw. Gets the throw off. Completed. And tackled right as he catches the ball. As soon as contact made. So I think it'll be third down. So desperate third down conversion needed from the DC Stars here. Mastodon's doing a good job of trying to make sure they don't get the conversion. Will they be able to make another big stop here?
Yeah, they got to make this big important play here.
Another snap ball. Running it again.
He's got speed.
Still on his feet. First down and more. Continuing to run. And he'll finally be tackled. And that's a
Is that a touchdown?
that's a
That's
touchdown.
touchdown.
That is a touchdown for the DC Stars. No one to stop him. Right on his feet. The DC Stars take the lead in this game.
Well, if you're the Mastodons, you got to
Take a look at this again. Another snap run to a running back receiver.
I
No
really
one
like
to
that
stop
block
him.
right there by number 5. I mean, the key to that play right there was just getting the blocks downfield. And number 5 provided that there, laying out one of the Mastodons players.
And he was in there for the touchdown. So it is going to be DC Stars 6, Mastodons nothing. They convert. There it is. So a touchdown and a conversion. 7-0. DC Stars
8-0.
lead it. 7-0.
It is
DC Stars
7-0.
lose it. DC Stars lead it. So it's going to be a pretty interesting one. Already a score in the first quarter. 3 minutes, 5 seconds left. Just joining us, Judge Cantrell, Nate Martin, Lev Miller, here to commentate for you today's Saturday matchup. The Mastodons taking on their rivals, the DC Stars. Not off to a great start for the Mastodons, but exactly the way you want to start if you're the DC Stars playing away.
All right, well,
And all-
Mastodons have to rebound here.
Absolutely.
They've got a problem. They had one snap on offense.
Yeah.
Immediate turnover.
Yeah, and this possession, as you said, this possession started out with the offensive turnover from the Mastodons, and DC Stars capitalized and scored the touchdown.
Yep. DC Stars equipped in red, black, and white, their colors today. New uniforms from last year, as well as the Mastodons that simply say Dons on the front. I'm down with that.
Love
Green
these
and gray.
uniforms, clean unis. Clean unis.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of those Mastodons forms.
Yeah,
Yeah, they remind me of my school's uniforms with that matte black helmet.
Yeah, they're looking solid out here. If you're going to play the game, you got to look good while doing it.
Yes, sir.
DC's getting ready to set up for the kick. DC coming a long way, I heard. Out in the San Jose area, a little farther than that, actually, I assume. So they're coming a long way to place the ball.
So far, it's been worth it. They got the 7-0 lead over the Mastodons.
Yeah. Coach is getting them lined up, squared away, set. The ref's finally gonna put the ball down.
I don't know what we're waiting for here. I think they're just trying to figure out what ball to use.
I mean, a ball's a ball.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's important to use the ball. Just ask my friend Daniel Blotter.
Yeah. I like that one. Some changing formations real quick for the DC Stars. And this only benefits the DC Stars. This could be totally on purpose. The more the Mastodons stand out there in the heat, the more tired they get, and they won't have enough energy to run this ball back.
And here we go, finally. Here's a kickoff.
Kicker putting them in position.
The lefty as well, I believe. I believe the kicker's a lefty.
Kickers coming all shapes and sizes. Last week against Pally, we had a kicker on Overfelt kicking with a cast on his right
that
arm.
was Pally. Pally
That
out
was Pally.
swing.
You're
Oh,
you're
no,
right.
not a lefty. They go for the onside kick.
Don't get it. There's a flag on the play.
Interesting play call right there. Going for an onside kick this early. Definitely reminded me of some backyard football.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like Mastodons.
So,
Oh, they're gonna redo the kick
yeah,
here.
this will be called back. This will definitely be a flag. I think the DC Stars made contact before they were supposed to.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to go for a normal kick this time now. Changing out the kickers. So probably going to get a little bit more length and height on this.
And this is taking quite a while to get the kick off. And here we go.
And
Oh,
again,
onside
another
again.
squib. It's touched by the Mastodons. And it is recovered.
Flag. Flag on the play.
Another flag. Flag on towards our side of the field, far end from the ball.
And this is our first Mastodons game with the new truck.
Oh, yeah.
Really excited. I'm so glad. This is our first actual football season with the new truck, and I'm very excited for it.
Oh, I'm pumped. Football season is one of my favorite times of the year. I know we have a blast covering football, whether we're in the field or in the studio.
Yeah.
Speaking of studio, make sure you tune in to our show.
We're gonna be recording one coming up around the 22nd, I
Pretty
believe.
soon,
22nd,
September
yes.
the 22nd, Sunday. Mark your calendar. It will be shot and it'll be given to you. So definitely stay
Definitely
tuned
some
for that.
NFL,
Yes.
maybe an NBA preview. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
definitely
we
gonna
might
be a
get
great
some
game.
fantasy sports
Fantasy.
in.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah.
We have a little Midpen Media Center Fantasy Football League, and Judge Cantrell with the #1 pick selected Drew Brees.
Yeah. Yep. Throw me under the bus.
All
why
right,
don't you?
let's get back to the Mastodons
Throw
game.
me under the bus. Why don't you? I don't care. No, it's all good. But the message here is, folks, stay tuned. We got a lot of big things coming up, especially
Yeah.
we got the new truck. We got the studio shows. We're really excited for this year. See,
It will be my
2019.
first
I know
studios.
Judge and I have a lot of things going on in our
Oh,
lives
yeah.
as well. We're figuring out a bunch of stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that.
thanks.
It's
And
very
we just
exciting.
thank you for your support over
Mhm.
the years. We appreciate it. 2019 is looking to be a great season for
Yeah.
the Midpen and a great season in general. So here's to you.
This will be my first actual studio show, I think.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
I'm a seasoned veteran on the sit down.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do. Sine, CJ, and Kieran love those guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get another one coming up soon.
So the offense of the Mastodons is back out on the field. They're going to try and do something with the ball again this time. Their first play of the game was a snap fumble recovered by the Stars. They're going to look to gain some momentum and try and get some ground in this game. Probably tie it up before the end of the quarter.
Well, I've seen that a lot of this DC Stars, their defense is sure looking like they're going full blitz mode, attack mode on the key. So if they can get some kind of pass off, that would include that would get something where the wide receiver gets away from cover. I think they can get a lot of yardage and more than a first down.
I mean, why not? I mean, the last time you brought the pressure, the quarterback fumbled the snap.
Yeah, I know. So.
It's not a bad idea.
So taking a little longer than expected to get ready, but it looks like the play is in motion. The quarterback is setting, the coach is setting their players up in the position that they want to. This is still one of the younger divisions of the Mastodon team and the DC Stars team, so the coaches are out on the field with them. We see that quite often at these Mastodon games. And that play will not go anywhere from the beginning all the way through the snap. It just wasn't there. The front line for the Mastodon fell apart. Got to the runner.
Your O-line cannot fall apart like everybody saw. It was pretty obvious. With a fall, you can't do that. It can't happen. If it falls apart like that, your QB is going to get destroyed.
Definitely. I should take another look at that play right there. So Mastodons will have second and 10 now for the Mastodons. A minute and a half left to go in this first quarter, so we'll see what they do with it before the end of the second. And if you couldn't hear that, the fans of the Mastodons, they are one of the most passionate. Thank you, Nate Martin. One of the most passionate fan bases in all of sports, in the sports that we cover.
They love their football.
They love their football just as much as we do. And there's a flag already on the play. That play, again, goes nowhere. Probably a loss of 1 maybe there. So it'll be 3rd and long again. But there is a flag on the play.
Interesting to see what the call is here. I mean, it was just a complete dog pile. It'd be hard to see what happened there. But it looks like it's going to be against the DC Stars.
So
5-yard penalty.
Yeah. So this will give the Mastodons some ground. This will help them
Oh, yeah.
a whole lot. This will definitely get them a little bit closer to their goal and get them a chance to score. Probably not before the clock. Probably not before the end of the second, as there's less than a minute on the clock. The score is still 7-0. The Mastodons line up.
Another flag.
And I think that's going to be offside on the DC Stars.
Again. You can't do that. You can't jump
Yes.
the snap. We saw it last week in the Stanford game. That costed Stanford a couple times.
So it's gonna be another 5-yard penalty, but it's not gonna be enough for the first down for the Mastodons. So they're definitely gonna have to convert here on 2nd and short. Probably, I want to say 2nd and 3. So they definitely want to do something.
I'm not gonna be worried if I'm the Mastodons though. They have some solid. If they just get some blocks, they have speedy running backs and they can break one loose for a touchdown.
Yeah, don't count the Mastodons out just yet.
It's very early in the game.
Very early in the game, but even so, then we've seen the Mastodons come back down from a 14-point deficit as they're going to try and push it up the middle. Will they get there? A gain of 2? I don't think it'll be enough.
No,
They're going
it's
to move
not
the
gonna be enough.
chains.
Oh,
They're
they
going to
are.
move the chains. That's a first down for the Mastodons. First one of the game, and the Mastodons have new life.
Well, they can't just depend on penalties on the other side. They cannot
Very
depend on
true.
that. They
Very
have to
true.
do better than that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Well, let's see what the Mastodons do now. I mean, they've got a fresh set of downs now going into the second quarter. It's 7-0. They've got to do something to get back in the game.
Not something, anything.
Yeah.
And that is going to be,
End of the first.
I think they're calling the end of the first.
It's 0.9 seconds, so
And
this will
0.9
definitely.
seconds. Oh, no, it's a timeout called
Interesting
by
decision.
the
Interesting
Mastodons.
play call.
Very interesting decision. Only 0.9 seconds left on the clock for you, and you call a desperate timeout. Probably
Yeah.
trying to go for the long haul, get a big push, and
I
get a
s-
touchdown before the end
Take
of the
a
quarter.
risk.
I
Take
still
a
don't
risk.
understand the point of that. That if you end up with a big chance, you got to do something. That's just at the end of the second half. You need these timeouts, and if you're using one before the first quarter, you'll just get the ball back. It doesn't really matter. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Absolutely. Definitely. So, the Mastodon get some water in. So, here we go. Last play before the end of the first. The Mastodons looking to do something here. Let's see if the offensive line will be able to hold up against this fierce.
Defensive front.
Yeah.
Front 7 for the DC Stars. They've been getting pressure to the quarterback. The matter of them is just whether they're onside or not.
Yeah. First down. 1st and 10 for the Mastodons. 35 has the ball
Good
still on his
blocking,
feet.
Good blocking.
And he's going to be brought down after a gain about 2. So it'll be 2nd and 8 going into the second quarter of this game. At the end of the first, the score, DC Stars 7, Mastodons nothing heading into the second quarter. Mastodons definitely want to do something here, pick up the pace, and get a touchdown going into the second quarter.
Okay, in this quarter break, how about we get some predictions for tomorrow's games in the NFL?
Why not?
Big game between the Saints and the Rams on Sunday at 1:25. Who do we have?
All right, I'll kick this thing off because I'm a big, avid believer in Sean Payton and Drew Brees and what they're doing down there in Nolans. I think they'll put together the perfect scheme. They are hungry and they want revenge after the NFC Championship game. Terrible NFC Championship game, but that's neither here nor there. It's over now. They're out for blood. They definitely are hungrier and more fierce this time. They want another Super Bowl ring before Drew Brees unfortunately has to retire. So they're definitely going to go all the way this year. Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, Cam Jordan, all great players. They need to show up in this game, get some stops. Marcus Lattimore, Taysom Hill's going to show up for him big time wherever they decide to put him because he's a beast. He can play wherever they put him. I think Sean Payton and Drew Brees figure out a way to beat Sean McVay and Jared Goff, and they take away and they get a win.
Well, sadly, I mean, there's not going to be an argument today. I'm agreeing with you, the Saints. I mean, they are hungry for that. As I said, they are mad about that call. They want to win this game, and I don't know. I mean, the Rams. They just barely beat Carolina, and they're a way better team than Carolina is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they just got a huge scare in Week 1.
Yeah.
Saints are gonna jump on them.
Yeah, for sure. And
I'm gonna have to agree with all you guys. I have to agree. I think the Rams will lose this game.
Yeah.
It will be closer than I think you guys will expect. Because I
Absolutely.
have trust in this Rams defense again.
Absolutely. I think the Rams will take a little step back. I think every Super Bowl losing team does. I think saw it with the Falcons.
Super Bowl hangover, as
yeah.
Kevin Costa put it.
It's gonna definitely take a toll on the Rams, but I don't think it'll take a toll on them for them not to win the division. I still see them winning the NFC West. As the ball is snapped, number 4 moving to the outside, still on his feet, gonna go,
for days.
taken down.
Did he get the first?
It's gonna be close, but it is gonna be a 3rd down and short for the Mastodons.
He was running backwards there, but it's just pure burners.
Yeah.
Allowed him to get close.
Yeah, that was a great run there.
7-0 still in the second quarter. Mastodons desperately need to convert here again if they want to stay alive and try and get a score. So it'll be 3rd and 4. Mastodons definitely need a big push here.
Around 9 minutes left in this second quarter of play.
Mastodon setting up. In the backfield is number 2 and number 44. Number 4 under center. Takes the snap. Hands the ball off. I think that's number 44 through the middle. Breaking through. And he'll be tackled, but not before getting the first down for the Mastodons.
Mastodons driving downfield. And as I said, it all started with the trenches. They're finally getting some good blocking here, allowing them to succeed and head right down for a first and goal
nice.
situation.
Their O-line is finally waking up.
First and goal for the Mastodons at home. They're down a touchdown. The crowd now getting into it ever so when they need it the most. First and goal, a big first and goal coming up.
Playing calling here. They're close. They need this.
The clock will now run. Mastodon set up again. Number 4 looking like he's going under center again. In the backfield now is number 44, number 11, and number 2.
I'm seeing a lot of multiple running back sets in this game so far. They really do favor the running plays here.
Running it again up the middle. Doesn't get much on that one, probably about 2 or 3. So it'll be 2nd and goal.
But that's still 2 or 3 yards closer to the end zone.
Yep, so it'll be 2nd and goal.
The Mastodons are really knocking on the door here. They need to score badly.
So
about
far,
5 yards away, we'd say.
About 5 yards, give or take. So far, we've only seen one whole pass in this entire game, and it came from the DC Stars, a completion for about a gain of 4 that was immediately shut down.
Oh, no, there was 2. There was one that was just right down to the goal lot, right on the same it was the first play of the game.
Oh, right you are.
Yeah, it was right on the line of scrimmage.
So 2 whole pass plays, but that's still 2 whole pass plays in this entire game, as I believe a timeout is called by the DC Stars this time.
7:45 left in this first half of play, and the Mastodons are right on the doorstep looking to tie up this game. Yeah, it's pretty good. And want to get another prediction in for another big game this weekend? Falcons versus the Eagles. It's going to be a very competitive game, I think.
Well, I got the Eagles. I mean, I like the Falcons, but that first the first game, Minnesota just picked them apart.
Mm,
I mean, it was a bit of Dalvin Cook, but they got to play better than what they did against Minnesota, and I think Eagles are just a better team than they are.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons this year. Just first disagreement of the game. I think the Falcons have to be hungrier this year. Dan Quinn wants to get back into the playoffs. He's only ever been not in the playoffs once time in his entire tenure as the Falcons head coach. He has to get to the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
He has to prove a point to the entire NFL, to his team, to himself, that he's still good enough. And then Matt Ryan, he's got to show up, and he's got to be the quarterback that we remember going into the Super Bowl and taking that 28-3 lead, and unfortunately didn't do much for them in the Super Bowl. He's got to get back to that kind of status. As the ball is snapped, and a gain of nothing, maybe a
Fumble.
yard. Fumble,
Maybe.
no. Oh, it's going the other way.
Mastodons. Oh, my.
yeah. As soon as I saw the DC Stars coach jumping up and down, I just knew turnover.
That is going to come back and bite them hard. They cannot do that.
But, I mean, you got to think about it this way. The Mastodons did a great job getting into the position that they want to,
Yeah.
and now the DC Stars are
We gained momentum.
They gained momentum, but now the DC Stars have to start heavily in their own yardage, in their
They have
own
90
backfield.
yards.
They do
to go.
have, but they still do have the momentum here. That is a major issue. They cannot have that happen. You cannot fumble the ball on the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Where your
Second
team-
fumble of the game for
Yeah,
Mastodons.
and they needed that, and turnover, second fumble for turnover.
Yeah.
And they need to stop fumbling. They need a point. They really needed to do something there desperately, and
And it was a very good drive for the Mastodons. They were driving down the field. They had some good blocking. They finally figured out that. But the hard hit from the DC Stars defensive unit against the Mastodons running back just didn't allow touchdown. Denied.
it looked like I can't tell if there's a flag on the play or not.
I think the ref stopped play. I think there's too many men on the field on the Mastodons end. So it's definitely going to give them, and that helps out the DC Stars. That gives them about 5 yards. That gives them 5 yards, so they're not so far deep back in their own territory.
Yeah.
So too
Right
many
around
men
the
on the
15
field.
right now.
Too many men on the field results in a 1st and 5.
Great block.
These DC Stars are great at blocking when it comes to
Very
running the
physical
ball.
team.
7:19 left to go in this half. Score still 7-0. DC Stars lead it.
Great tackle by the Mastodons right there.
And that play was done even before it started. The Mastodons received
Tackling him behind
defender.
the line of scrimmage.
Oh yeah, the Mastodons defender had his eyes on that player the entire way through that play. I'm really happy with that play that the Mastodons just got.
Yeah, big tackle there.
So it'll be 2nd and long for the DC Stars. Still heavily in their own territory. Got to find a way. And this would be the perfect opportunity to get a pass down the field. You're hitting your own territory. Not a lot. There's 6 minutes left,
Second and long, you don't have much to lose here.
and they're going to continue to run the ball. Still on his feet. Breaking away. Found an opening. Has it. No one to stop him. Little man's running.
Wow.
One defender to beat. He's got him. See ya. Touchdown, DC Stars.
What a run.
Unbelievable.
Started off with some great blocking by the DC Stars. Then one of the Mastodons player had to make the open field tackle. But boom, out of nowhere, the DC Stars running back hurdles that man and just all speed. I thought one of the Dons player might have catched him as he was gaining speed.
He was gaining speed. He was almost there.
But just the afterburners coming in. Nitro.
13.
No, it might not be that much pressure. No, the pressure.
Absolutely. So
Now down, most likely down by double digit by
look at this
look
again.
at this.
Take another look. He's got the opening. Nowhere to go.
They cleared the hole, and he just had to hurdle over the linebacker. Did that. Gone.
A return for nearly 90 yards. I think.
Yeah, 90 yards, I believe. I mean, I didn't expect. I expected them to drive down. You know, get around, like a nice methodical drive. You know, burning down the time. But boom, 3 plays in, and he's just gone. Gone. You know.
13-0. DC Stars lead. 6 minutes left in the second half. In the first half.
That is an impressive. That was very.
Yeah. Question is, do you think the Dons, now pretty demoralized after that long run, do you think they can come back and drive
Absolutely.
down the?
Absolutely. And I'm not. And you could call this bias whatever you want. This is my city and my home and everything, and this is my team. But I've seen the Mastodons play, and I know what they can do. They can get back in this game with ease. Don't count them out yet. They can get back in it. They just need to focus.
6:17 left in the game as Mastodon's preparing to come back on for offense. What do you think they can do differently? Lev, what do you think they can do differently?
I mean, eliminate turnover.
Mm-hmm.
That killed them. They had this game most like 7-7 right now. They had made that play right there. Just had a run, got into the touchdown. They tie it up. Everything's all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now, well, look at where you are now.
Looking for the conversion. Still on his feet.
Flag called.
That was
Flag on the play, and I don't think he got it. And
Ref signaling he did, but there's a flag on the play.
and much to the chagrin
Nope,
of the
touchdown.
Mastodons coach,
Touchdown.
I think it's going to be against the Mastodons if the DC Stars decline that penalty. I think it's going to be 14-0.
Yeah, PAT good. Ref's talking it over, trying to find out what the call is, if there was any. It might have been against the Dons, which is why I believe they signaled for it, but nothing is guaranteed.
6 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the first half. So they're not going to complete it. So that's going to be 13-0.
Should give an advantage to the Dons. I mean, if they come down the field, choose some clock, and get down the field on time, they get the ball second half. We could quickly see it become tie game. You know, I wouldn't be
Well,
surprised.
Mastodon's not out of this yet.
They need to get a score. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm saying this game's over if they don't get a. If they don't score anything, like at least like some point, get points up on the board.
See, that's where I have to disagree with you, Lev. I think we've seen so many times this Mastodons unit come back from defeat and get a win. So it's going to be interesting to see, but I think the Dons are still in this no matter what happens.
I understand that, but they still gotta get a score.
Yeah,
They
it's not a guarantee, Judge. I mean,
Judge,
nothing's a
they
guarantee.
can't win without scoring. You know what I mean? You can hold the team you're playing against nothing, and yet still game. You didn't score anything. They scored in the over.
Listen, all I'm saying is don't count them out yet.
And I'm not saying you should, but the way I see it, the DC Stars are just looking really dominating right now, controlling the line of scrimmage battle. And unless I can start to see the Mastodons having some big breakout plays, I'm going to have to stick with the Stars. .6:10 left in this first half. 13-0. Late substitutions in for the Dons.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Don's really gonna have to do something here. It's life or death here, as they get ready to.
I
As they
wouldn't
get ready to
call it
set
life
up.
or I wouldn't call it life or death just yet, but this is a very key possession. I think the keys to this possession right here for the Dons is just driving out of the field, chewing clock, just pounding the ball, run after run after run, and eventually scoring a touchdown.
Exactly.
I think that's what they need right here.
Y'all smell that? If y'all don't know, we're right in front of the grill, so we smell it all. We smell the burgers and the hot dogs, and we get it all, and we love it.
If I had some money with me, I'd probably buy one right now.
It keeps us awake.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps us awake, and it keeps us energetic.
It
and
also makes it very
enthusiastic.
hard to see because of the smoke.
That's
Yeah.
very true. Also,
I
a
feel
good
like
point.
I feel like it would make it quite dangerous for the kids if they're just right there in that middle and one guy decides to open the grill at the wrong
Yeah.
time.
Fair
Those kids
point.
are going,
Fair
oh.
point.
Put on some bloody shrimp on the barbie.
That's a fair point.
I mean, we don't want kids who have asthma passed out.
That would be
Very
quite
true.
unfortunate.
Very
That'd be
true.
quite unfortunate.
Yeah, we don't.
So, timeout is taken.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get my prediction in for the Falcons-Eagles games. I'm gonna have to roll with. The Falcons at home. Falcons away, not good. We know that. But Falcons at home were very dominating last year. Matt Ryan's a great quarterback. I have hope in Julio Jones. I have him on one of my fantasy teams. I hope he has a big season because he was my first-round draft pick. And also, I think this defense for the Falcons is really going to develop. Deion Jones, obviously. Defensive front needs some work, but the secondary is also pretty solid. I think the Falcons have a good shot at
Yeah, John Jackson, though, he had a very big one.
That's true.
Well, we'll see what happens. Let's cover one of the Bay's games. Oakland playing one of their division rivals in the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm thinking Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think I have the Chiefs. I have the Chiefs first.
The question is, do the Raiders beat the spread?
I don't think they can. I mean,
if they can
personally,
get, if they make the game at least close, they should be happy with themselves and like, okay, we got a pretty good team. I mean, just throw the ball to Tyrell Williams. He's the guy who's got it working for you. So
ball snap, hand it off. There's gonna be a big run. Breaking out to the outside, still on his feet, continuing to move forward. Gets a gain of about 3 or 4. Mastodon's looking for a big push. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first half.
Wow. Okay, so I'm pretty sure they said the spread is 53.5 points. Wow.
That's huge.
53.5 points. I don't think the Chiefs are going to cover that. I mean, the Raiders looked very good against the Broncos last game. That defense,
first drive.
Big
very
play
good.
there, as you see.
Very good.
Tyrell
play.
Williams saying who's AB?
Yeah, who's AB?
Yeah, Tyrell Williams, great match.
Yeah, well, we'll see how that plays a factor. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs this Sunday.
And Derek Carr looked well.
Yeah,
Good.
Derek Carr looking good.
The
Josh
Dons
Jacobs?
setting up. And they'll be tackled for a loss this
Behind
time.
the line of scrimmage. They need some good. I did say they need to win the battle in the line of scrimmage. And some plays they look like they're doing very well, but not that one. DC Stars getting some pressure in.
So it'll be 3rd and long for the Mastodons.
So I'm going to quickly point out, it is quiet on the Mastodon side.
Yeah.
Point.
It might not sound like it from the video, but if you take the headset off, it is nothing. Literally nothing. Can't hear anything.
Yeah, the DC Stars have done a great job of keeping the Mastodons crowd in check. Nothing to really celebrate or cheer about so far in this game, but like I said, don't count the Mastodons out. 2.5 minutes left in the
As you can
quarter.
see, he's
Breaking
got the
through,
edge.
getting to the edge. Won't be enough for the first down. So it'll be 4th and nope.
They will. They're getting
First down, Mastodons. So the Mastodons get a fresh set of first downs.
2 minutes.
2-minute warning.
Let's
So-
get another pick. The Upper Bay Area game between the Niners and the Bengals. I think this one's gonna be a little bit more competitive. Who do we have?
You know me, man. SF baby at heart. I was born in the city, and I'll stay with the city. I've got the San Francisco 49ers beating the Bengals. Look, Andy Dalton,
Bengals are
AJ Green,
terrible.
all that.
I mean-
It's great. I understand that they've got some pretty nice things set up out there in Cincinnati.
Didn't
But
Joe
did you
Mixon get
see-
injured?
Joe Mixon's injured, and so is Green.
But did you see San Francisco's defense against Tampa Bay?
They're
Now, I know what you're
amazing.
thinking.
Unbelievable.
Tampa Bay, it's not a great team. You can't really say nothing about the defense yet. But listen to me. Nick Bosa, DeForest Buckner, Solly Thomas.
E.
Look,
Ford.
all those guys.
Quan Alexander.
Richard
Art
Sherman, Akello
Armstead.
Witherspoon, Jimmy Ward. All those guys
Withers-
are looking to hurt offenses this year, and they're going to do exactly that. They look solid. 3 interceptions, 2 pick sixes. They're going to be great against Cincinnati. If they can get to Andy Dalton, there's no way the Niners don't come out on top of this one. Yeah, the Niners offense looked a little sloppy last week, but I trust Jimmy G and I trust George Kittle and I trust the running game and the offensive mind of Kyle Shanahan as the Mastodons
Oh!
make
Great
a
play.
QB run, running in the insides, tackled for a gain of about 4. I trust Kyle Shanahan and his offensive mind. They're going to do great. I got the Niners winning.
They got to hurry up here. There's 20 seconds with a running clock.
Yeah, but see, my thing is the refs were calling for the 2 minutes, but I guess they didn't get it. I don't know what was going on with that. Nonetheless, there's 10 seconds left in the half. The scoreboard is malfunctioning, but we've got the score right in front of you guys. 13-0 in the second quarter as the second quarter comes to an end.
Is that the end? Or we
I don't know.
I think the
just
refs
gonna
are going to keep track of the time.
Yeah, there's something up with the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think the refs are going to keep track of the time for the next minute and a half, maybe 2. And we will have more play for you in this first half.
This should be the last play.
They're about a minute, maybe.
I wouldn't say it's the last play, but I think it'd be like maybe second, third to last, maybe fourth, you know.
I don't know
Well,
what's going
that
on.
is
with the
if the
scoreboard.
refs are keeping score. The scoreboard is there's something going on, but the score right there in front of you is accurate. 13-0. Mastodons are behind.
Fumble on the
Fumble.
play.
And it'll be recovered by the Mastodons.
All right, at least they recovered it now.
And that is the end of the half. So, at the end of the first half, the DC Stars, coming a long way from home in East Palo Alto, California, are going to take the lead 13-0. Mastodon's definitely going to have some work to do in the second half. Judge Cantrell, Nate Martin, Lev Miller will be back for you to cover and recap the first half and give you
Halftime show.
the second half preview. This has been the Media Center, our second game of the year. The Mastodons 0, DC Stars 13. We'll be right back. See you soon.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mastodons football. It's the Mastodons taking on the DC Stars, 13-0 at halftime. I'm Nate Martin, Judge Cantrell, and Lev Miller alongside me. Got a little halftime show for you guys here. Judge, thoughts on that first half?
Personally, I didn't like it. I didn't like the way the Mastodons executed both on defense and on offense. I thought the Mastodons could have done they could have done more. I thought they could have been a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more hungry. I think they need to do that in the second half. They're down by 13. It's very doable to come back here within 2 quarters and win the game or tie it up and send it into overtime. They can win the game. Simple as that. They can tie it up within the first few minutes of the third quarter and win the game. Believe me, they can. I've seen it happen. Don't count the Mastodons out, and that's what I keep saying a lot is I've seen teams go from last to first, be down, and then win. Don't be surprised if the Mastodons come back and win this whole thing.
Well, if they are going to come back, how are they going to do it, Lev?
Well, they're gonna score. That's what they're gonna do.
I mean,
I
obviously, but you got to come back, you know?
But not only are they gonna score, they're gonna be forced to do a lot more than just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna score. They gotta work a lot. I like how they were blocking at the end, especially the block got better as the game
Creating
is
more
progressing.
holes.
Yeah.
And I think the running backs and the quarterback was just seeing the right running lanes right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Well, as it kept going, yes, they were getting a lot better at that. I mean, the DC Stars have had a pretty good game, and I mean that one run that went all the way down. I mean, that's probably just gonna be the change of that game. That's
I mean,
the reason.
both of those scores came off unlucky things, you know. Obviously, the first one on the fumble, first play of the game for offensively for the Dons. And then, of course, in the other one, it came off another fumble as well. Pinned them back all the way.
Yeah.
Well,
And it was 3rd and long. And they came back, and they gave that touchdown.
well, one thing I forgot to say is eliminate turnover. Please, don't want to see those. That's just not the way. Seems like we are going to be ready for the second half. The third quarter is about to start. Here, it looks like we have one team will come off, but we got big moments here, and it looks like we will have. The DC Stars will be kicking off to start this third quarter out.
If the Dons come out here and score early, I think they're gonna be in control for the second half. And if they do that, they have the potential to win the game.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I've been saying. I mean, I think the Mastodons have everything set in motion. It's just about putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
All right,
sure.
well, they're going to put together. They need to start good run, at least get some good yardage to start out. So here it looks like a kick, but it looks like might another onside kick as quarter kicker who actually tried to kick the onside kick before after their first score is out there. Don't really understand what thought process behind that would be. They're already up 13-0. Why try to keep the Mastodons better?
Well, it's simple. They want the Mastodon. They want the ball back. They want the ball back to start the half. That's what the whole point of doing the onside kick is. They know that the Mastodons haven't been the best at the onside kick this entire game, and they're going to utilize that to their advantage and try and get the ball back and make the deficit better. And the score, just quick update, the DC Stars did convert the PAT, so it is 14-0. We had a little malfunction at the end of the first half, and we can tell you now, looking at the scoreboard, live scoreboard, that it is 14-0 DC Stars.
Refs obviously talked it over at halftime, and they figured it out. As onside kick recovered by the Dons with ease.
I mean, if you're going to try to get it onside kick there, it's right to guy another team. You're going to have to pray for drop.
Well, I think you trust your defense in this situation. I think you go like, oh yeah, well I have a solid defense.
He's been
We've been bringing pressure to them. And I think we just trust the defense.
Well, here we go. Here's about the 50-yard line here. We're starting right in the middle.
It's exactly where the Dons want the ball. First and 10, you're at your 50.
In control.
In control of the ball. This is where you make the big plays. Stop running the ball. Pass it. Do a slant, a curl, whatever. I don't care what you have to do. A wide receiver corner cut. I don't care. But pass the ball enough so that you can throw the DC Stars offense off. Because at this point, that's all that you've been doing is running. And I understand that it might be your best set of plays, but you have to pass the ball eventually.
Well, here we go. This is going to be the first play of the second half. And, I mean, we already know what the mission is. Dons know what it is. They need to score points, put some points on the board to get momentum, get their crowd into this game. They will have chance big things. They do all those. And it's just, they have great field. I mean, there's a kick, onside kick, cover it. Look at this. All you got to do is get, like, maybe a good run or a good pass. Something, a pass. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Not against.
The
Yeah.
smell of the grill greeting us as we begin this second half of play live from EPA, East Palo Alto, California. Judges hometown.
Here we go. That's
I'm
the
home,
first.
baby.
They're running again.
Stop
That-
in the backfield.
that- I mean, we've seen it again over and over.
Yeah.
Quarterback run is not working. Why do they?
I trust the Mastodons. Did you take another look at this? The Mastodons need to stop running the ball. If you're gonna cut in, you have to cut in faster than that. You're not gonna be able to escape if you don't cut in faster than
Well,
that.
I think it was just the pressure that was brought immediately by the DC Stars. I don't think the offensive line of the Dons was ready for the pressure that the Stars were going to bring. They brought it.
Yeah.
The running back was on the ground in the backfield. You can't do that. You have to be able to hold your blocks. That was my key to this game for the Mastodons to win this game.
All right.
At
Well,
times, they've looked like they're doing it well, but now,
Yeah.
not
I mean,
so
now we
good.
got second down here. They need to show better. The O-line needs to show up on this down. We got some orders from the Stars coach, and now they're getting ready.
This is not the start you
and-
wanted. Timeout.
Timeout, Mastodon.
Yep, another timeout.
Well, while we take a quick timeout, let's venture back into the land of the NFL Season 100. The Packers, yet again, in Week 2, have another division rival game. Very interesting for them. They'll be at Lambeau, home of the Cheeseheads, taking on the Vikings. What are the picks here, boys?
I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings. I think after that dominating victory against the Falcons at home, I think they're going to have the momentum here. Obviously, the Packers' offense just did not look good against the
Oh, a
Bears.
throw! And incomplete.
A throw! Oh, my gosh!
A throw, but it was incomplete. But you know what?
I like it. I like
Kudos
it.
to the Mastodons
I like
for
it.
throwing the
Great.
ball. Spontaneous. I think the DC Stars did a great job covering that play, but I don't think they were expecting it to come. I think they were expecting another run, and that's what you want to do if you're the Mastodons. Throw a little
Surprise
throws
him.
in there.
Surprise him.
Throw it sometime. Do
Alright.
a play action. I
Wait,
guarantee
wait,
you'll
let,
get them with
let
that.
me get my my Packers.
Oh, I'm not dumb, buddy. I have a lot to say. This Minnesota defense is really good. I like them a lot. And I do see the
Well, I gotta say,
Vikings winning big.
I
in
gotta
Lambeau.
say, Vikings Packers. Just because the Packers, their week one wasn't,
Dominating. It was not what we wanted.
and it was just they weren't good. It wasn't even. It was a bad game. We already knew that Packers. They were like, okay, first game of the NFL season, we're expecting big things, and then
Biggest
that-
rivalry in the NFL, you know?
And then that, I mean, last year how we saw that Devontae Adams hit, and there was all that controversy, and seeing what would happen led to a 10-3 game. No one was really clicking.
The first game of the 100th season of the greatest football league in the world.
And it doesn't look anything like not inaugural amazing football.
Yeah.
And we saw great games on Sunday.
Yeah, great games. Great Monday night game between the Texans and the Saints.
Yeah. Only they passed Michael Thomas. But against that.
I'm going to go with the Packers. I think they've got a lot to prove to people. And I think they got to do it against the Vikings, the dominant team in their division. You got to go 2-0 if you want to impress people with your new head coach and your new coaching staff.
3rd and long for this Dons team, and they're going to be
Running
running
again.
it again. And it's just not working out as the runner's
Went
been
nowhere.
brought down near the line
Getting
of scrimmage. In fact,
stuck.
at the line of scrimmage.
I definitely saw there was some confusion in the O-line. They didn't really all
Understand the
block-
blocking assignments, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, they blitzed there. They went all out on one guy, and one guy's like, all right, I'm not doing this. The other blockers are looking for their own guy, and they're just, and it's always just going to lead to that. If you're confused in your defense and your offense, my bad, your O-line falls apart. But
7 minutes left to play in the third quarter. As Nate Martin stated, I'm in my hometown. I got to walk to set today, so that was pretty interesting and fun.
oh, no.
I mean, sometimes I get to walk to set, for the Pally games and the gun
Yeah,
games.
there you go.
Like, well, not walk, bike, because, Palo Alto, everyone bikes in Palo Alto.
Everyone bikes Palo Alto.
I've
But
actually
obviously
walked
you-
the one. I've walked the gun. So,
Yeah,
for the walk.
it's all about fitness and health here, people. Health is wealth, if no one's told you. But
Mhm.
stay healthy out here. stay hydrated. Been pretty hot recently.
96 degrees yesterday. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like that again on Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, today's a bit cold. I mean, it's a bit colder, but it's still quite hot. It
Yeah.
looks like a
Little-
low 8.
low 80s, high 70s, which is perfect. That's normal California weather. Yesterday we felt like we were in Arizona.
Not a cloud in the sky as well. It's
That's
a beautiful,
beautiful.
day.
It's beautiful when there's
Well,
no
I
clouds
can't
in
tell
the
if there's
sky.
not a cloud in the sky. Smoke is really.
Right you are, Lev. Right you are.
We're gonna set up here. It is.
First down for the DC Stars.
Yes, it is.
That's
Stars gonna
again.
get
That
big
same
chance here.
formation.
And
A lot
at the
of tight ends
drop,
coming. Snap
and
recovered by the Dons, I believe.
Mastodons.
Recovered by the Dons.
The Dons have it, I think. I'm pretty sure the Mastodons
know.
have it. Yes, the Mastodons.
Nope.
DC
It'll be
Stars
DC
have it.
Stars.
They do. That was close.
Nope, going. No, I think it's actually the Dons' ball, maybe.
Yeah, that is Don's ball.
Yep, that's going to be Don's ball.
Wow, that is a big
There you
turnover
go.
right there. That is a big turnover.
I mean, I saw it from the second. That is what defensive line is meant. You see that? That was a great play. I don't know who it was, but they just jumped right on that ball, and that's what you needed. The ball come loose. You don't think about anything in the world except that in that.
So new
Yeah,
offense.
the miscue on the snap once again costing.
Yeah. So new offensive coach in for the Mastodons, Coach Jeff. I know him personally. He's a great guy, great coach. I love his strategies and strategic mind that he has when it comes to football. You're definitely going to see a lot more passes, I believe, when it comes to having him in as your offensive coach for the Mastodons. He loves to throw the ball. He's also the head coach of the varsity Mastodons team, so you're definitely probably going to see a lot more passes, whether they're deep or short. You're definitely going to see him, I hope, at least, just from experience. His
I
daughter-
hope that as well. This has been a very run-heavy
I
game.
think-
Nothing wrong with that. I love the ground and pound.
Well, I feel
But
like
I want to pass.
they need a. It's kind of to the point where they need something to happen, and
Yeah.
and if you're gonna need something to
that big
happen,
play.
you're going to have to take risks.
Yeah.
You throw an interception, all right, at least you took and threw the ball. You know what I mean? And he's
Alrighty.
running.
That's the first play is a run. It's not a bad run.
No.
Gain of nothing. They'll stay right where they are. He'll be tackled at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10. But yeah, Coach Jeff is a great guy. You know, we love commentating the games. He actually wants us out here a lot
Every
more now.
Saturday,
Yeah,
yeah.
he loves it when he can get us out here, and he's definitely one of the reasons why we love coming back and, why he wants
and of
us
course,
back.
I mean, it's obviously good for him to like see the game film, seeing how his team did.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's good for any team we cover, whether it's Gun, Pally, or MA, or
Well, hi,
even the
coach, if
Mastodons.
you're watching right now.
Yeah, so, yeah. He's a great guy. I know he's got a kid. They go to Eastside, just like I do. So, you know, represent.
Shout out
here.
Eastside.
Shout out Eastside. But represent out here. This is what I love about commentating and being in my city and filming in my city is I get to be personal and up close and personal, and I get to give you my communal aspect about it as much as my professional aspect. As the ball is again run, probably for no gain again.
He just got absolutely gobbled right up there, number 23
a
on
look.
the Stars.
He's trying to cutting up. He should have cut upfield there, but he'll get swallowed up at the line.
Yeah, I'm also really excited because entering freshman year, a bunch of my players are now going to be playing. A bunch of my friends actually are going to be on some of the football teams at Gun, Pally, and in other schools in like MV and LA, or even MA. I think a couple of my friends on the MA team are on varsity this year, so it's
Yeah.
all very exciting. I get to commentate on my friends' games. You know,
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
so fun.
We love our football. So the Mastodon will have a 3rd down situation here.
I expect to see a pass. I want to
mean,
see a pass.
You would.
3rd down. Need something to come out here. Get ready. Getting ready. There's a snap.
High
And it's
snap,
another
snap.
drop.
The snap recovered.
It'll stay with the Don.
But it's a 4th down now.
I believe there is a Don's player injured. So
Yeah, there is.
there is a Don's player injured. We're gonna
Let's
take
get
a look
another
at that.
let's get another big game prediction here.
Yeah.
Seahawks versus the Steelers. Who we
Yeah.
got?
Yeah, we're gonna take a break as they check in on him. Yeah, Seahawks versus Steelers. Steelers didn't do so great Sunday night. So I'm gonna go
You
with
could
the Hawks.
emphasize that.
So
You
I'm
can
gonna
say
go.
that again.
I'm gonna go with the Hawks here. Although I don't need them to win because they're in the Niners division, and but I have them winning the game. I think Russell Wilson will have time to throw in the pocket, and if not, he will be able to move. He is mobile. We know he likes to mobilize. And if the pocket starts to fall apart, he knows when to move and how to move and when to get the ball to them. I think Tyler Lockett's gonna perform. I need him to perform. Off fantasy, but I think Tyler Lockett is definitely going to shine in this game and in the entire year in general. I think he's going to have to, now that Doug Baldwin is retired, he's going to have to take a step up, and he's going to have to take an offensive lead in this Seattle offense. I think Pete Carroll is looking to get back to that status that he once was at when he and Jim Harbaugh were the coaches that were being talked about. I think he wants to get back to that status, and I think he wants to be known as one of the better coaches in the NFL right now. And,
I think you could still
yeah.
consider him one of the best
Oh,
coaches
yeah,
in the
absolutely.
NFL.
Absolutely.
I feel like this is definitely gonna be the best game. I think personally best game of the week. Seahawks Steelers. I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers on this. I have faith. I have faith.
In the
Steelers,
black
I
and
think
yellow.
they are mad at that last. And you didn't see the Steelers' identity, all right? They have Juju Smith-Schuster. They didn't really throw to him. They have James Conner, who did not have a great game. Samuel, they'll put him in. He'll get snaps. James Conner might not get as many snaps as Samuel will. But,
DC
I mean,
Stars
he'll
have
get.
the ball fumbled! And recovered by the DC Stars.
But
yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna roll with the Hawks on this one. I think the Hawks have one of the best defenses in the
Look
NFL.
at this again. Just
Yeah, I'm taking the Hawks.
gone from the beginning of the play. But there were about three. Oh, big collision. Same team, guys. As the DC Stars all fell on that ball. But wait, great aggression there for the DC Stars. So it's second and long for the DC Stars. But yeah, I think you're right, Nate. We got to go with the Hawks here. But you prove a great point, Lev Miller. You didn't really get to see all of Pittsburgh last game.
But the Pittsburgh that we did see was not good.
Yeah. Another run. No one
He
to
has
stop
room.
him. Getting up the middle.
He's
First
still
down
on
and
his feet.
more.
He's still going. He's going to go. And he's finally tackled there.
Forced out of bounds around the 20. Great blocking. I mean, once again, just got to be able to create space, and that they did. They did just that, and it worked out in their favor.
Look at this again. A cut up perfectly. No one to stop him. Continuing to run through all of the defenders. Number 2 is a person to look out for. Another run. So, I believe he's close. I think it'll be first and goal for the DC Stars, but not a touchdown. It was close.
Close. Approaching the end of the third quarter.
DC Stars in scoring position. Trying to inflict the 21-0 mercy rule. That rule exists a lot, especially when you're playing Madden.
Not playing Madden?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not doing mercy in Madden, buddy. I'm going running up the score.
Believe me, it's a rule. 21 skunk, as we call it out here, APA. But you get a chance to score. So if you score, you continue to play. But if 21 and you can't score, that's it, buddy. Mercy rule. And they'll get about a yard or two. Second and goal, getting closer and closer as we progress. Less than a minute left in the third quarter, heading into the last quarter of play. Yeah, Nate Martin, it's a thing. Does it happen often? No, but it happens. It can happen.
We also got some big college football games today. Iowa State versus Iowa was the game day game today. Who do we have in that one?
Iowa State in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
21 versus unranked Iowa State at Iowa State.
I have to go with. That's tough. That's really tough. I think that's a toss-up game for me. I think that game can go either way. I think both teams have a pretty okay, decent defense. I think the offense will come through on both sides of the ball. I think it's a matter of who gets the ball out.
The matter of it for me is that there's one player on that Iowa defense named A.J. Epinesa, and NFL fans will be knowing his name soon, as he's going to be a top 10 pick, I think, this year in the NFL draft. And he's going to be a beast. I'm really excited to see him playing in the next level. But don't be surprised if Iowa State pulls this one out. They upsetted Oklahoma a couple years ago. They got a good team.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. So the Stars are setting up yet again. I think this will be second. Nope, this is fourth down now. Fourth down and goal. Fourth and goal for the DC Stars.
Big play. This could decide the outcome of this game, I think.
You're absolutely right, Nate Martin.
Pressure's on for the Stars to get it.
I think if DC Stars score here, game,
It's over. Yeah, I agree
mean,
with that.
the Mastodons can score, but they're gonna need like 3 turnovers in a row and some. Or I don't know. I think DC Stars are gonna win the day after they won the.
Looking for a way to get inside and doesn't find it. They will stop him.
Big goal line stop right there.
So the clock is winding down as you see the score 14-0. The DC Stars lead in this one going into the fourth quarter. The Stars will get one more attempt at this.
How people are getting. Oh,
Flag.
you can see that some of the parents are
Offside.
getting quite riled. Like there's been quite a few offside. Not a good thing.
And that's my thing is that it's fourth down. You have them beat. All you got to do is get a stop. You know they're going to run the ball most likely. What's the point of getting an offside? It just doesn't make sense.
End of the quarter.
Here we go. End of the quarter. At the end of the third, the DC Stars leading the Mastodons, who are at home in EPA, my town, my city. The Mastodons need to do something if they want to stay in this one. The score 14-0. DC Stars take the lead. It's been a pretty run-heavy game all throughout. Run-heavy, both. We had a big 90-yard run back for the DC Stars that resulted in their second touchdown.
Crazy. The hurdle. Oh.
And at the end of that run, the scoreboard started to malfunction, and we couldn't decide whether they had got the PAT or not. Then, second half, right off the bat, scoreboard's fixed. 14-0 DC Stars, and a scoreless second half so far.
I hope to see a touchdown, though. Coming up, I think we might get one.
I hope it would be for the Mastodons, but it doesn't look like it's going to go that way as the DC Stars have the ball. So, the Mastodons looking for a goal line stop.
This would be a big stop if they can get it done.
let's see
Lining
what happens.
up.
DC running the ball. Gets around
Gets
the
it.
corner.
Gets it.
Touchdown.
Down.
That'll be the third touchdown for the DC Stars.
Yep, and as I said, game, if you get another score, it's going to be very, very difficult for the Mastodons to get anywhere near back.
Very, very big score right there at the beginning of the fourth. The first play of the fourth, actually. And now it's 20-0. PAT attempt right here.
Let's see what happens. Looking for the PAT to go up 3 scores to none.
It would be a very big score if they get it.
Looking to
Pass
pass
it.
now. Incomplete. 20-0 DC Stars. The PAT is no good. So when they decide to pass, it doesn't work in their favor, and it costs them the extra point after their third touchdown on the day.
Listen, it's still a touchdown, still point, still lot, still pulling away. I don't know. Game is winnable more. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say it. I don't think it's over yet, but I mean, it sure seems like it is. Fourth quarter. I mean, fourth quarter started. Game can be over before. This is one of the games where, yeah, that's. I think just Mastodons weren't ready. Stars had big performance after a long travel trip from San Jose.
I think it's either San Jose or Pittsburgh, actually. I'm not sure which, but both are coming from far distances. So we'll see how the Mastodons respond in the fourth quarter.
Can they get it done? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but I think it'd be very hard.
Well, we're getting ready. We're getting set for kickoff. Let's take a look at the Monday night matchup.
Ah, yes.
The Cleveland Browns traveling to New
East
York
Rutherford,
to
New
take on
Jersey.
the Jets. Gonna be a very interesting game. Two teams that really need to prove themselves this
Two
year.
sophomore quarterbacks.
Two sophomore quarterbacks in Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold.
Well, Sam
Um,
Darnold out with mono.
Yeah.
Pretty funny if you ask me. My brother had mono in 4th grade, and he was bedridden for a month and a half, so hopefully that doesn't happen to Mr. Sammy D.
Yeah.
But I expect
So-
a big comeback game for the Browns. I think they're going to win with ease.
Well, we'll see. I mean, Le'Veon Bell is in the backfield for the Jets, and he did okay for them last week. We'll see what he does this week. As the kickoff is recovered by the Dons, they'll look to get started at their own 45. But yeah, I think I have to agree with you here. I think I'm gonna have to go with Cleveland here. They need to bounce back after their Week 1 loss. A lot
Shocking
of people,
loss against Titans.
shocking loss indeed. And a lot of people are thinking that the Cleveland is starting to become a little bit of overhype. And you know, I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's just one game. I think they still have a lot to prove, but don't count them out just yet. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But I wouldn't be surprised if they have another losing season. You got to put the things in place, and if you can't add up all your elements, it's not going to work out for you. So the one thing I do know is that you can't destroy or create mass, but you can destroy a team and create a better one. And I think that's what this Cleveland Browns team did. They completely got rid of the team that didn't do them so well, that went 0-16, and they created a much better one with Baker Mayfield at the helm, Jarvis Landry, Odell, Kareem Hunt. You You got so many assets, so many weapons out there in Cleveland. You got to utilize them all. So we'll see how that game goes. Coach Jeff, again, back out there offensively for the Mastodons. He'll try to whip up some schemes for the Mastodons to get them some points on the board before this game is over.
Let's see how they do that. I mean, they're lining up right now.
Well, that's going to be a great Monday night match, though.
Yeah.
The Jets-Browns. I mean, Le'Veon Bell, expect another big game from him. He just came back. I mean, he missed a lot of games, but I think people just forgot how good Le'Veon Bell actually is.
For sure. One of the most talented running backs in the league.
I totally agree with
Probably the most talented running back. He's a great player.
I don't know if he is but he's definitely up there. I agree with you. He can be considered one of the great.
Well, I need him to get a big week for me in fantasy. So.
The Mastodons will gain about 3 on that play, 2nd and 7. Take another look at this. Not much there. Stumbles to the ground after breaking through a hole. Gains about 3.
Dons lining up. 7:28 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They're down 20-0. For those of you just joining, Nate Martin, Judge Cantrell, Lev Miller here in the beautiful city of East Palo Alto, California.
Now, this is perfect weather. I have nothing against this weather. Not
a
a cloud in the sky.
Sight, yeah.
Not a cloud in the sky. A little breeze.
Bit of smoke.
Bit of smoke.
The grill, yes.
A bit of smoke from the grill.
Oh, yep,
and
got another
sitting
gust
back-
just coming right now.
And sitting back and enjoying a game of football.
If you're
Mastodons game of
realizing
football. This is a
Judge
perfect
is
way to
just
begin my
leaned
Saturday
back.
morning.
Oh, yeah.
This chair.
Leaning back. Reflecting on a good life. As a
Good
flag is
that
called.
it's good that rope's there. You fall over, you're gonna.
Oh, yeah, that's it for me if I fall over. But luckily, I won't. A flag is called, and I think it'll be in favor of the Mastodon, so they'll get some yardage forward towards their goal. So that's better for the Mastodon. Let's see what they do here. Will they run the ball, or will this be another?
They run
Yep,
it. It's a
yes,
great
they will.
run.
And he's got room. Continuing to run. One defender on him. And he'll get a first down and more.
That is a great run. Did you see him?
Take a look at this again.
He had
Cuts up the field.
Watch
Continuing
this.
to
Look
run
at
with
that.
one
Look at
defender
that.
on him.
He has
Number
one.
21 nudged him to get the completed tackle.
I mean, did you see he was on his legs for 2 seconds in a row? I mean, like, that is very good. He's breaking that tackle all the way through, and he eventually gets taken down. Great job.
Coach Jeff definitely whipping up a scheme, talking to him, motivating him, hyping him up. They've got 6 minutes to play. They need some points. They might not win the game, but they don't want to go out in shame. That rhymed, don't hate the player, hate the game. That rhymed as well. But the point is, we've got 6 minutes left in the last quarter of our first Mastodons football game
in
the new truck.
Yes, sir.
Great things coming our way for the Media Center. 2019 has been very kind to us. We want to thank the Sharks Foundation for sponsoring us and making sure we're set to do what we do best, and that's call games and sports that we love. As the Mastodons get ready to snap the ball.
Yeah, still so.
Another run, give it to number 1. Finds a way, breaks away, gains about 2 yards there, 2nd and 8.
But as I was saying, I'm so thankful for Sharks. They lend us a truck. They gave us that tour, which was unbelievable. I can't believe, Nate, you missed that.
Oh.
And the game, not the way we wanted it, Sharks losing, but sweet. I mean, the Sharks Foundation, great people. Thank you so much to them.
Yeah.
Favorite team, go Sharks.
Yeah. So, definitely. So, stay tuned. September 22nd, the Media Center will be filming a studio show centered in around all of your favorite sports. We're talking football. We'll be heavily into week 3.
Your favorite MC Sports announcers, me, Judge, Lev, Casey, Kieran, all there. Judge and I are going to be hosting.
Co-hosting.
We're cooking up a little plan.
Oh yeah, we got some heat coming for you.
Mm-hmm.
We got some heat coming your way for sure. Definitely don't want to miss it. We're talking football. We'll be heavily into week 3. It'll be filmed on a Sunday, so we'll be halfway through week 3 by then. We'll
Hockey
talk a little.
preview?
We'll
Question mark?
talk a little bit
NBA preview, obviously.
of NBA. hockey, why not? Throw it all in the mix. We'll find a way to fit it in there, and if not, we'll catch the next show and we'll update you even more. But the point is, you don't want to miss it as you take another look at this replay. Don't want to miss it. It's a Media Center presented MC Sports show
I'm a
coming
very
your way.
excited.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
Very.
It's gonna be great.
Shows are always fun, but
Yeah. Filming
got-
out in the field is fun, but you know, if you can do a studio show and just sit and talk with 4 other dudes who love the same stuff as you and are passionate
Yeah.
about the same stuff as you,
I
you
mean, if
really learn
you
a
like
lot.
sports, I mean, who doesn't want to watch a bunch of who 5 guys talk about? You know what I mean? 4
Yeah.
guys.
I mean,
No, 5.
you know what I mean? So yeah, tune in. So it is a timeout on, I believe, the Mastodons. Then.
As soon as this game's over, Stanford's playing their big game of the week against UCF, the national champions, they say. That's going to be a big game. I hope Stanford wins that after losing.
Reported by Nate Martin, heavily biased.
Mhm.
And it looks like timeout is still in session.
I'm wearing my Stanford hat. I'm wearing my Stanford shirt.
Oh yeah, he's all Stanford out.
Well, let's see what Mills can do. I don't know.
Mills is not going to be starting this game. KJ's
But-
back from injury.
He is. All right,
yeah.
well,
The main injury I'm worried about is Walk a little. He's out for the season. He's our best player by a mile and a half. He's projected to go top 10 in the NFL draft. Now out for the season. I could see he's probably going to be slipping out of the first round because of that big ankle injury against Northwestern.
was that their running back?
Offensive left tackle. The second most important position in football. Shout out the blind side.
Remember from last week, Texas had really an athletic guy. It was like someone. It was offensive tackle. Great. It
Yeah.
looks like Mastodons just turned the ball over. Yep, they
Let's
did.
turn over. Let's take a closer look. Bigger guy coming in, trying to get the power advantage there. Couldn't take him down. That's the thing you want, but he was stripped of the ball. But I'm not sure about that one. If we look at the tape, he might have been coming down when the ball was stripped. He might have been down. I'm not sure, but nonetheless, the referee is going to rule it in favor of DC Stars. So they will have.
I think it was.
Actually, no. The Mastodons will keep it. Coach Jeff is still out there on the field calling plays. The Mastodons will keep the ball.
I'm quite confused about what just happened. I feel like got the ball ripped out of his hands while he was on his, and then he fell down after the ball was ripped out of his hands. I don't remember. I don't know. Maybe there was a flag on the play.
3 minutes to go. Clock winding down. As we are approaching lunchtime, we've already had some of our pizza at halftime. Great pizza.
Never had pizza without crust.
I know,
No?
that was some good crust.
Mastodons fumble on the ball, but they'll get it. Bigger guy continuing to run. He's got space.
Looks like that will.
First and goal situation.
Yep. 2:45 left.
Edging closer and closer to the goal line, to the promised land are the Mastodons, trying to get some points on the board.
Well, if you can't remember the nostalgia for their first time they were in the red zone this game, where they fumbled on the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Not a good sign for that. That was not. You know what? Let's see if they can get a score here and make it not so much of a blowout.
So here we go. Big play coming up. As the smell of the grill greets us one last time.
2:14 remaining.
They'll run the ball and get nowhere. They're stuffed in the backfield. Second and goal.
That is just great playing there. Great by the Stars. They've played all game. They've out of once again. Looks like we're gonna be saying goodbye to our Color man.
Well, ladies and
Nate
gentlemen, it
Martin.
is just me and Lev for the rest of these 2 minutes. Nate Martin had to skedaddle, so we'll see him soon. But don't worry, folks. We've got a lot more games to be covered, and we got the studio show coming up, so you will see a lot more of the mystical man, Nate Martin. Don't worry. But, Nate, we wish you well. Safe travels, buddy. Get home safe. We love you. The Mastodons trying to punch their way into the end zone, and they don't. That'll be 3rd down.
Oh, they gotta get.
Third down situation. They got to do something. 1.5 minutes left in this game. You know what, Lev? I didn't think we would see it today, but that's all she wrote, my friend.
Yeah. Sadly.
Yeah. The Mastodons put up a great fight, though. It's always a pleasure coming out and filming these games. I love it, personally. It's fun to interact with the people in my community and, do something that I love around the people that I love. So I'm definitely grateful to be able to do this again this year in the
Hey.
new truck with the same crew. Love it as the clock winds down.
Still a great job played by Travelers today.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, great job by them. Looks like we'll stop.
Oh, that's going to be a turnover, and that's another turnover in the red zone for the Mastodons.
That's
Yeah.
Oh my. Well, you'll see. Watch the footage, coach. Definitely looking at the turnover. I'm telling you, turnover after not giving the ball a
Yeah.
from
There
the
you
step.
see.
Defense, their defense hasn't been great, but when they're just not getting any even attempts, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, you just saw Coach Jeff talking to the offensive team and letting them know that, hey, guys, we got to do better. We're going to look at the tape, and we're going to talk about what we can do better to get this working. So he just called a timeout, so that'll be a timeout called by the Mastodons.
All right, well, take one last look at the game and one good for each team and one bad. Let's hear it.
Well, I think the Mastodons did a great job defensively. I think they got the stops that they needed to when it mattered most. Offensively, I think they need to improve and definitely think about passing the ball a little bit more. And if you're going to continue to run like that, throw little tricks in there, here and there. But that's what I think. The DC Stars did a great job offensively. Defensively, they could do a little bit better covering the holes. I think a lot of times Mastodons had holes, and that was what able to give them those big games. So they need to do a better job covering the holes. But I think overall they had a fantastic game.
Quite obviously shows what type of game. It was an offensive game for the Stars and a defensive game for the Mastodons. When it's like that, you know that most likely come up on top is going to be the team with the offense. If the defense is still not enough for this game to come out. As we have 5 seconds left, and it seems this game is just about over as one last
there's
flag.
flag. There are flags on the play.
Looks like we're going to get one last play. No, it is the end of
I
the
think that's going to be the end of it.
And quite a crushing loss there
Yep.
for the Mastodons. Not a good day to
Yep.
lose 20-0. Hard loss. Oh, it always better. But no.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for us here down in East Palo Alto, California on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. We thank you for joining us. At the end of the game, the score, the DC Stars 20, the Mastodons 0, unfortunately losing at home. But if you're in the area, come on down to the field because we got JV, and we got varsity coming up. So come on down to the field and see some football. That's been it. Lev Miller, Judge Cantrell for you. We love you. We thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. We'll see you soon. We've got a game next week. Stay tuned. Thank you so
Get
much
ready
for joining us.
Show September 22nd.
Show September
Mark your
22nd.
calendar.
We will see you very soon. We love you. Thank you. Have a
Bye.
nice day.